Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Covey. Covey is from North Bay in Canada. So let's see what Covey has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can. Okay, Covey, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very well. I love your jumper, by the way.
Thank you.
Amazing. Wow.
Adore Delano from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really big fan of her music and stuff. So.
Okay, Covey, so before we start the game, just tell me where you're from.
I am from Ontario, Canada. Live in a small city called North Bay.
Okay. So how far is to North Bay? I believe it's very close to Toronto.
It's about a 4-hour drive north from Toronto.
And how far is from Montreal?
From Montreal, probably about 5 hours west of Montreal.
Okay, so it's kind of the middle between Toronto and Montreal.
Yeah, the slogan of our city is the crossroads to the north, or the gateway to the north.
Okay.
And the city was built, it was like a stopping point for all the trains and stuff. So
I see.
We're called part of Northern Ontario, but we're probably like the most southern part of Northern Ontario.
I see. And what's the best part of living there, in your opinion?
That's a great question. It's very community-based. It's a small city, but it still has that city atmosphere.
Okay.
Sorry if you can hear my neighbor's dogs in the background.
I can't.
Perfect.
And what do you do for a living, Covey?
I'm a mental health and addictions worker. So right now I'm working in crisis intervention.
Oh, wow.
However, I also work as a drag queen.
Right. So tell me a little bit about your career as a drag queen, and tell me a little bit about your other career as well, your job.
So I was a very impulsive adolescent and ended up dropping out of school, went to work in body piercing and the tattoo industry for a little while, and learned that it's really hard to make a living without an education. So decided to move back to my parents' place when I was 21, so 11 years ago, and go to school for mental health and addictions. I was really fortunate when I graduated to get a job right away out of my placement, working in peer support. And then after 5 years of doing that, I got connected with our local hospital and started working there.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing. And tell me a little bit about your career as a drag queen.
So my career as a drag queen is fairly fresh as far as being a professional drag queen. I started doing drag about 5 years, just casually for fun. And then a few opportunities started to pop in the city. North Bay Pride was formed about 4 or 5 years ago, and they started having like annual drag shows, so I started to perform with those. And then our local university, Nipissing University, has an equity center for the LGBTQ community, and they invited me to perform for a few of their shows. And now, within this past year, after the COVID lockdown ended, we've started seeing a lot more opportunities to perform pop up in the community, and people are starting to get paid for it, so that's great.
Very good, very good. So for the interview, I'm going to ask some more questions regarding that and regarding your job as well, okay?
Absolutely.
Amazing. So are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
I'm as ready as I can be.
Amazing. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. Here, my lovely box full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question, okay?
Awesome, sounds good.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Right, Covey, you ready for the first question?
I am ready.
Right, so just before I pick the first question, if there is a question you don't want to answer or you don't want to have an answer for, I can always change, okay? All very friendly.
Sounds good. I'm an open book. And if I don't want to tell you, I'll let you know.
Very good. Right, the first question is, who do you count the most for help?
That would probably be my partner, Parker. We've been together for a little over 2 years now, about 2 years, 4 months, and he has been by my side the entire time. So, huge support for me.
Can you share how did you guys meet up for the first time?
It was through one of the North Bay Pride drag performances.
Wow.
I was performing in the show, and he was a backup dancer for another performer. We had been chatting a little bit online, and then that was kind of our opportunity to connect. It was a really busy night though, so throughout that whole Pride weekend, we talked a little bit, and then the last night we got to go to a foam party together.
Who felt
every day since? So,
who felt for each other first, do you think?
That's a really good question. I think I probably fell for him faster.
I see.
We both had a really strong connection right from the beginning, but I was a little intense at the start.
Good, very good. Lucky him. Next question. Let's do it.
All right.
Right, before the next question, tell me what's the best part of your job and what's the most challenging part in your opinion?
Oh boy, the best part of my job working in crisis intervention is being able to connect with individuals who are struggling when they're struggling the most and be able to kind of help them out of that rut, even if it's just a little bit, if it's to help them feel the emotions a little less strong. And I really like being able to provide people with resources and see them succeed. The biggest struggle of my job is that I do see people when they're at their worst a lot of the time, and I don't get to see the results a lot of the time, so I don't know how well they're doing after we've met.
I see.
So that can be difficult.
I see. Okay. Next question for you is, what's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show would be RuPaul's Drag Race.
Why?
Why? It's introduced me into the wonderful art of drag. It is fun to watch for like the competition, the drama, the fashion. It's also a really heartfelt show. It's really funny. It kind of hits all the marks. So,
have you ever thought about join the show?
I've considered it. I wanted to try out for Canada's Drag Race Season 2, which is airing right now, and I kind of chickened out. So when I hear of auditions for Season 3, there's a good possibility that I'll be making an audition video.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Amazing, amazing. Actually, I never watched it, but if you get in, please let me know. I'm gonna start watching yours. I never watched any episodes. Okay.
I highly recommend it. It's a huge franchise, so.
I know. I mean, everyone, the whole world, in London as well. People that are here, like, fascinated about the show. I think everywhere in the world, people just talk about that. Actually, I think I never kind of got. I'm sure if I would start it, I would go on to the end because I'm a very kind of, when I start watching something and it get my attention. So I think somehow I tried not to because I've been so kind of, busy with the channel, but for sure, if I would start it, there was another one that's called Pose, I think Pose.
Yeah.
I heard that was quite good as well. I start watching just one episode, but I'm so far, but I'd love to start.
Pose was an amazing series highlighting queer culture in New York.
Yes.
And every episode, like, I would laugh, I would cry, I'd get angry. A really, really well-written television show.
Absolutely. Cool. Let's wait for Season 3 then. Canadian Season 3. Let's wait it. Next question. Okay, Kofi. Next question for you is, what is your favorite place in the entire world and why?
That's a hard one. Wow, there's a lot of places that I would like to go to that I haven't had the opportunity, and I've always kind of been mesmerized by Okinawa in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That's one place I would love to go to, and everything I've seen of those islands and their culture is just beautiful.
Is in the top of my bucket list going to Japan as well. But I'd like to go there, but like not like for 2 weeks. I'd like to go like for 3 weeks at least, like 3-4 weeks, because the country itself, you know what I mean, so big and there's so much to see and to learn as well. And I'd like to see
Very diverse.
I'd like to take my time as well, not like rush as a tourist, you know what I mean, to see the main point. I'd like to kind of, you know what I mean, put myself into their culture for a while, just enjoy like the little, you know what I mean, places and everything. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, next question, Kobe. Let's do it. Next question for you is, what do you like the most about yourself?
I like a lot about myself. What I really like about myself is that I'm very easygoing and laid back. I like to live in the moment, and I like to not take things too seriously. I can be a little bit grumpy a lot of the time, but I like to try to stay calm about things and just go with the flow. So like open to different people, open to different experiences.
What can make you grumpy, for example? What can happen for the day that can get you in a mood that you're not like your best?
If I'm not sleeping well, which has been a bit of an issue lately because I've been working night shifts. Other things that get me grumpy, just like having to wait on things. I'm really bad at waiting.
Are you most of a day or night person, like overall?
I'd say I'm more of a night owl.
Let's see. Cool. Ready for another one?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. For the next one, tell me what's your inspiration? When was the moment and when you thought, okay, I'm gonna start performing as a drag queen? Was something that you saw, or was somebody that you've seen it? How did it happen? Walk me through.
So what inspired me to get into drag and kind of keeps me going is when I started watching Drag Race, it was because I was watching a Comedy Central show called The Soup. Joel McHale would make fun of clips of reality TV shows, and they showed a clip of Drag Race that seemed very dramatic and really ridiculous. I kind of started watching the show because I wanted to make fun of it. And again, I saw all these different individuals and how passionate they were about their art, and again, them having similar experiences in their life to what I've gone through. And then it was this lovely gal here, Adore, just her really unique style of drag that inspired me, where it was like, I can do drag and I don't have to fit into the same mold as all these other like beautiful pageant queens.
Before you started doing the drag, did you always want to do, but something was holding you back, or it was there, do you think?
I'd always had an interest in performing, but I think there was a lot of internalized homophobia before. So
Right.
There was kind of a fear to accepting more queer culture and like drag, more effeminate people, things like that. And drag really opened me up to that. So I feel like it's helped me grow a lot as an individual too.
Very good, very interesting. Next question for you is, what is something you wish you could do every single day?
Ooh, I love working out. I do go to the gym almost every day. If I could just work out and not have to worry about any other responsibilities every single day and not have to worry about like the pain and recovery and the rest, that's where I would be.
Actually, that would be my next topic to talk about. As I was checking your profile, and I could see how fit you are, how into the gym you are, and you always been fascinated, always been into the gym life since early age.
I've always been into different kind of athletic activities. I grew up doing a lot of martial arts, and I was a big fan of playing soccer and stuff in school, playing road hockey with my friends. Lots of biking and skateboarding, but I never got into weightlifting until I started going to college and university.
Wow. So you do very heavy weights then? The gym, you have the
Yeah, I really enjoy bodybuilding and powerlifting. So.
Very good. Wow. When I was checking your profile for the very first time, when you got your profile, and after you mentioned about being a drag queen, because I tend not to look too much into the profile when I invite someone, because I like to get to know the person through the interview. And when you mentioned about drag queen, so straight away I got back to your profile to check like your pieces. Like, oh, so I was fascinated because you are very into the gym, like the muscle, you know what I mean, the heavy weight. At the same time as well, the drag queen. It's like, oh my God, that's fascinating how someone can, you know what I mean, like directly to both sides, you know what I mean? You can enjoy both sides, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, I like being able to live in that duality. When I started doing drag, I was discouraged a lot because I have a more masculine figure. Another drag queen who really inspired me was Cameron Michaels, who is referred to as the bodybuilding Barbie. And yeah, just I love the idea of being a big, strong man, but being able to tap into my femininity and put on a show for people.
Very good, very good. Next question, let's do it. Okay, Kofi from Canada. Next question for you is, if you could be any age, what age would you choose and why?
I'd say I'd like to stick around 26. Still have that youth, but be kind of through your development, if that makes sense. I'd probably get myself into a lot of trouble if I was stuck at that age. So.
And why 26? Exactly 26. It's just a number, or there's like a year to remember?
Just a number, really.
Okay, cool. Next question, Kobe. Let's do it. I love this question. What would your theme song be if you had your own show?
Ooh. When I was younger and I used to work in a restaurant, one of my coworkers said that my theme song was Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. So I guess that would be my theme song for my television show.
Amazing, amazing. And why is that? What's the connection between the music and you? What do you see yourself in the music?
It's a really good question because we listen to a lot of music together, especially when we're at work in the back of the kitchen, but we never really listened to Queen. I think it just came up because, again, I try to be lighthearted about things, and it's a very lighthearted song, but very confident with who I am and do my own thing, so can't stop me now.
Very good, very good. I got a bit of goosebumps now saying that. Next question. For the next one, how long does so what's your name as a drag is? I make a notice Dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah.
Dynamite. That's Dynamite. So
play
tell
on
me.
words there.
Say again?
Just a bit of a play on words there. So it's like the explosive dynamite, but it's spelled as Dyna, and then might make a choice in the night.
Oh, I see. How long does it take for Dynamite to be ready?
For me to get into full drag and really put the effort into it, I'd say about 3 hours.
Wow.
And do you have 2 hours of makeup, and then the rest of it is like getting into body and.
And usually you do all on your own, or you help of your partner or friends?
I typically do most of it on my own. He'll help me again with a bit of the like outfits and stuff if I need to be zipped up or someone to tie up my corset for me.
Amazing. Next question for you is, what hurt your feelings? Ooh.
That's a heavy question. What hurts my feelings? Feeling unappreciated. Because I do work really hard to help people. So when I feel like the work that I do or the effort that I put into things isn't really appreciated, it really lets me down.
Yes, sometimes when we do something that we love, that you see that we are helping not just people, but we are doing something with appreciation, and you don't see the feedback. Sometimes it's a bit sad in a way, isn't it? And it's kind of, you know what I mean. Not you put yourself in a place where you go like, you know what, I'm doing like my best, or I'm enjoying so much what I'm doing, but if there's no appreciation, sometimes it can put you in a bit down place, I believe.
Yeah, it's a bit of that like self-doubt, and that
yeah,
lowers your sense of worth a bit, and it's never a good feeling, right?
Absolutely. Next question, let's do it. Right, next question for you is, tell us about your earliest memory in life.
My earliest memory in life was going to school for the first time. I don't remember how many days or months I had been in school, but it was when I was in junior kindergarten, and we had a pretzel making day. And I remember sitting in the hallway and eating these homemade pretzels with my mom.
Oh, I'm gonna share something with you. When I was a child, my dream as a child before going to school is to go to school. I had two cousins. They are 3 years older than me, another one 1 year and a half. So 2 years before their first day at school, I was crying like my head's out because I want to go to school as well, but I couldn't because I was too young. So I remember 1 year before I started going to school, my grandmother, she asked the head teacher if I can attend the first day with my cousins. She was 3 years older than me, because I was crying bad. I want to go, and I actually have a picture. I'll sit down there like looking. My cousin, she was so upset because imagine for her embarrassing to have this little cousin, and I was so fascinated. And she was like this like moody face. Anyway, I never forget my first day at school, because for me it was like, wow, was the day when I was expecting, waiting for. And I remember walking around like my colleagues, just walking, holding hands. That's my memory that I have, because I always want to go to school. I never forget my first day at school.
That's sweet. I like that.
I was 5 years old at my first day, so I was like, wow, my first teacher was my hero. She was like my hero. I would believe more in her than my mom, because I was so fascinated with her. Next question. Right, Covey, as you say about your job, tell me, I'm sure as you mentioned, I'm sure you deal with a lot of like negativity or heavy energy. Yeah. How do you find like a protection for you not to take this energy back to your personal life or back home? Is there something that you kind of try to protect yourself?
Yeah. I try to practice a lot of what I preach as far as self-help tools and self-care. I have a few unhealthy coping mechanisms as well, so smoke way too much. I think a big part of it is perspective. When I got into this job, it was because of my own experiences with mental health. So realizing that everyone's coming from a different situation, it's not my burden to carry, but I might have something to offer either from my own experience or from my education.
I see.
I try really hard to forget the situation after I'm done dealing with it.
That's how you kind of try to let on the side and back to your personal life and just carry. I see. Okay, next question for you is, do you consider yourself to be a spiritual person, and how?
Not really, honestly. I consider myself an atheist. Really heavily inspired by things that, like, again, there's evidence for. Really empirical mindset. But with that being said, there's things in physics and there are things in the world that are kind of hard to explain. And I think that can kind of relate to spirituality as well. So like laws of aerodynamics and things like that, the laws of entropy, I think relate a lot to our spirit, our energy.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think everything is like about energy. It's about feelings, energy around you, how you face life, how you believe in life, whatever you believe, or that's what I believe as well, being spiritual. It's just like being good with yourself and feel the energy around you. I think that's being spiritual. Next question.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Right. Next question for you is, what is something you always want to do but you're scared of?
Ooh. Skydiving is one. And it's come up a few times in conversation lately that, like, I know a couple people who went skydiving over the past few years, and it seems like it would be a really exhilarating experience, kind of life-changing, but it makes very little sense to me to jump out of a plane, and so many things could go wrong.
I'm not ready yet, for sure. I'm not ready yet. I want to do
one of these days. I'll push myself.
Yeah, this friend of mine, a best friend who lives in Canada, I remember he did once actually a few years ago, and he just sent me a picture saying, because he was preparing himself or about to go. When he sent me the picture, he was about to go. I said, oh my God, I didn't know. He just was surprised. I couldn't relax until he texted me back. Oh, it was amazing. I wasn't feeling like, nervous. And oh my God, yeah, it's something that I think one day I will do, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not, no.
I feel like I would just black out and not really get to experience it.
Yeah, so. I'm the same as well. I think I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to just like walk like that. That's it. I'm not going to enjoy any experience because I'm just going to be completely passed out or maybe pass out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next question. I'm sure as you are very passionate about being a drag queen, but what is the most challenging part of it since you started out?
Particularly the most challenging thing about being a drag queen is the cost, and being a drag queen in a smaller northern community.
What's that?
Being in a smaller community, there's less opportunity to perform and to actually make money through performances, and drag is not cheap, so it's kind of a losing battle for a long time. Where you're investing in all these clothes, makeup, wigs, and lucky to make $100 in a night of performing.
You think you think one day you are kind of willing to be a full-time drag queen, or just something that you kind of do for part-time or for fun, joy?
It's something I'd definitely be open to doing if the opportunity arose. Like, I'm hoping to move to Ottawa, so again, there will be more opportunity there. It's close to Montreal, Gatineau, so if the bookings start coming in, it would be amazing. And I've been doing mental health work for 8 years, almost 9 years now, so change is always good when you're working in a high-stress environment like that.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you learn a lot as well, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure. Right, next question for you is, what motivates you the most in life?
My curiosity.
Good one. Wow. Why? You always being a curious person?
I've always been a curious person. I've always wanted to understand how people work. So just, again, making those little connections with people, trying to see what I can learn from each interaction really keeps me going, knowing that there are billions of people on the planet and so many different experiences I can have, so much I can learn and pass on.
That's just beautiful, Kovi. I think it's everyone have this kind of a mindset. We are here to learn, we are here to explore, we are here to share, we are here to, to go out of our comfort zone and see how beautiful things we can find out there. I think that's fascinating as well. Like, being curious is a gift. I think you can learn a lot and you can explore a lot as well. Just being mindset. I think it's amazing. Well done. Good. Next question. Right. Next question is, describe yourself in one positive word and one negative word only. Difficult.
That's very difficult. Wow. Passionate and perfectionist.
Can be a good thing as well, perfectionism.
Can be. Can be. Sometimes it can definitely get in the way.
For sure, for sure. When you're a perfectionist, it's difficult to get to the right point you want to.
Yeah, I'm constantly reminding myself progress, not perfection.
Good one. And the energy you spend as well sometimes. When you look, you know what I mean. You are craving for the perfection. It's the energy is just like a lot of energy. Next one. Did you always have the support of your family being gay?
Yeah. Coming out was difficult for me. I was in middle school and I confided in a friend who turned out to not really be as much of a friend. I went and told everybody in the school. So I had a sit down with my sister about it where I was like, it's gonna come up eventually. I need to tell mom and dad. And I was expecting it to be a big deal, especially like my dad's an older gentleman, comes from a very militant background. But their reaction was really calm. It was kind of like, it's not what we want for you because it can be very challenging, but we love you no matter what.
Oh, how old were you when that happened?
14.
Quite young.
Yeah.
And when you look back, would you change that situation, like that's how you came out, or you kind of made the person you are today? How do you see it?
Yeah, I think it happening the way it did definitely made me who I am today. So I don't know if I would change things. If I would change anything, maybe it would be the way that I reacted to everything.
I see. Okay. Right. What would be your ideal day?
My ideal date.
Day.
Oh, day. Okay, my ideal day. Starting off waking up like mid-morning, having a really nice big breakfast and some coffee, curling up on the couch in pajamas and blankets and watching Studio Ghibli movies, and then going to the gym. Ideal day would be in the summer, so going to the beach after that, and then just relaxing in the evening watching movies.
Oh, I love that. Amazing. Next one. Let's do it. Right. Tell me, what's the most beautiful lesson you learned from your partner so far?
I learned a lot. The importance of communicating. We've always made sure that we're very honest with each other and communicate even when it's uncomfortable, and I think it's made us very successful as a couple.
Very good. Right. Oh, I like this one. What would your ideal life look like?
Ooh, my ideal life, I think, would be living in a bigger city, being with my partner, a cat, like a couple pets, maybe a kid, and working full-time in drag, but like not just performing, but helping produce shows. Good
one, very good. Okay, Kobe, are ready? I have 3 questions left for you, okay?
All right.
Let's do it. Right, next question for you is, what did you like the most about your best friends?
All of my best friends throughout life, very open-minded people, and people who have always kind of been the outcast.
Okay. And your best friends together. And they live as well in North Bay?
Yeah, I met them all through here. One of my best friends, Jeremy, not recently, a few years ago, moved to Ottawa, so we haven't been as close, which is unfortunate. Um, had another really good best friend, Andrea, who is currently living out in BC, but hopefully soon moving back to Ontario, so that's exciting. Um, my partner is my best friend, so.
Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. 2 questions left. Let's do it. For the next one, tell me, what have you learned since last year that the world went upside down with the COVID crisis? Tell me what's the positive thing that you've learned through the process.
People are very adaptable, and we can get through difficult situations like a pandemic. Another big lesson that I learned is that even though the world kind of shut down, people still continued to grow and experience things. And I think we all went through a lot of change in that past year and a half, which has been kind of refreshing when reconnecting with people, being able to almost meet them again.
Good. Next question for you is, tell me what a negative thing that happened to you that came out as a positive thing in the end.
In a lot of the choices I made in high school, being very impulsive and maladaptive, I think I created a lot of difficult scenarios for myself. But the positive that I got out of it was I learned a lot at a young age about how to be independent and self-reliant.
Very good.
Confident with who I am. Yeah.
Cool. I think everything counts in the end of the day. Every lesson learned to go through, it's all counts in the end when you look back. Sometimes you don't see the message there, but in the future you look back, go like, I'm grateful for that happened.
Yeah, I really believe that every moment is an opportunity to learn something, even if it's something really, really small.
Absolutely. And sometimes you learn like you need to go through those tough time, because it's the only way you can learn like good things out of it to make you stronger as well.
Right, yeah.
Ovi, ready for the last one?
Let's do this. Last question.
Last question. Let's do it. For the last one, right, tell me a little bit about your show. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna hire you for a show, for a concert, as you know what I mean, you as a drag. What am I gonna get out of it? Tell me a little bit. Walk me through your performance.
You are going to get lots of glamour. You're going to get very emotional performances. I'm not necessarily the best dancer out there, but when I'm performing, you're going to feel the music.
I see. And you kind of, you talk to the public as well, you make jokes, or you're more kind of a dancing, performing?
I'm starting to get into hosting shows and interacting more with the audience now. I really like to flirt with the audience. I like to make the audience a little bit uncomfortable and kind of dial it back from there. Yeah, I like to be playful and make some jokes here and there.
If you could pick one performance that you've done that you think about, okay, that one was special, was the most memorable one. You can name one, or?
It's kind of a tie between 3 of them. So I'm a big fan of Beyonce, and 2 songs that I've performed, Partition by Beyonce, which is really fun and sexy and flirty, but also Bigger from the new Lion King movie. So just a really, again, emotional performance. And then a song that I really loved performing and I'm looking forward to doing as much as I can moving forward is Do It Like a Dude by Jessie J.
Very good. Good one. Last question for you, Kovi. Right, which book had a big influence on you?
A book that had a big influence on me. Hatchet by Gary Paulson. It's a story about a young boy whose parents separated, and he's having a difficult time living with his mom because he found out that she was in an affair. So he goes to live with his dad, who's working in a community in northern Canada. But unfortunately, while traveling there, the pilot has a heart attack. And this 14-year-old boy is stranded out in the woods and has to survive on his own with nothing but the hatchet that he had on his belt.
Wow.
It's a really, really good story. I read it when I was really young and just recently reread it. Yeah, really cool story, very realistic.
And that was a big influence. What the message you took out of it, like when you think about the book?
I think there was something about the character. What I took away from it was that we can be very resilient and get through really difficult times. A lot of the time, though, it is luck. I strongly believe that everybody on the planet is just kind of doing the best they can without a clue of what's going to happen and hoping that things work out. So seeing a very young individual in that story succeed and go through those situations and survive just from his luck and his ingenuity is really, really cool.
Great. Okay, Kofi, not the end yet. Okay, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words and just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, right?
Okay.
Family.
Love.
Money.
Fun.
Love.
Parker.
Life.
Challenging.
Sex.
Fun.
Politics.
Important.
Religion.
Troublesome.
Fear.
Bees.
Friendship.
Love.
Okay. Regrets.
Opportunity.
Good one. Success.
Purpose.
Wish.
Joy.
Happiness.
Purpose.
Right. One word for Canada.
Diverse.
One word for North Bay.
Growing.
Good. Drag queen.
Fabulous.
One word for Beyonce.
God.
And the last one now. I'm gonna say again. Dynamite. And I said right?
Yeah.
Dynamite. One word.
Fierce.
Ooh, interesting. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely partner for a coffee, and I'm going to ask him, what is the most beautiful thing about Kovi, and what's something that he still needs to improve on, to work on? What do you think your partner will tell me?
I think he would say the positive being that I am very compassionate, and he would say that I need to work on being less self-critical.
What's your star sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Interesting. Okay, Kovi, let's play now. Kovi and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time.
Play the music.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I got some moves for you in the end.
All right.
You can ask me a question now.
So, my question for you is, if there was a movie based on your life, who would play you and why?
Okay, good question. Right, I had the opportunity. I was working in hospitality for a few years, and I had the opportunity to meet someone, an actor that when I met him, I didn't know he was an actor. I don't know who he was, and it was interesting how I met him because we share the same name, and his name is William Hurt. He was I don't know if you know him. He's been on in a few movies. He's an American actor.
William Hurt?
William Hurt, yeah. He's if you Google him, he won the Oscar, I think 1982 for the Kiss of the Spider Woman or something like that. As a drag queen, actually, he played a drag queen actually, and he won the best Oscar for this play. William Hurt.
I've seen him in a few things.
Yeah. So actually, you could watch this movie. I think he won the Oscar Best Actor. I think 1982. He played a transvestite, a transsexual at the time, and it's the Kiss of the Spider Woman, something like that. I never got him, but I know him very. Anyway, I would choose him to play me because when the way I met him, I was working room service in the hotel, and the way I met him, I didn't know he was an actor, and he was very approachable with everyone in the hotel. He stayed there like for a month or so. He was working a big production in London. And he just got to see him. He was such a normal person, like very down to earth, you know what I mean? And after when I met him, I started kind of looking at some his work and everything. I was like, oh my God, it was so nice to first meet someone well-known, famous, you know what I mean, without knowing, and to see the real person there, and after to know who he was. So I think I'll choose him just to, you know what I mean, this spirit that I had for him. He was very approachable and very caring as well. I remember when, you know what I mean, when we were kind of passing by the hotel, he was just like calling us by the name as well. He recognized us, and that was just priceless. And I always look up for him after that. I think I'll choose him for sure, just for this moment that I had with him, like this experience, for sure.
Cool, very cool.
Kofi, did you have a good time?
I had a great time. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time for the interview. I really appreciate that. And in the future, I'd like to invite Dynamite to participate as well.
I think Dynamite would love to come on the show. That would be a lot of fun.
Amazing. I can't wait to explore a little bit more about her career and about her, desires in life, what she wants to achieve, this and that. I can't wait. So, yeah, she's already well invited for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Before you go, I would like to share a positive message or a positive quote, something that inspires you in life.
Right. I kind of touched on it a little bit while we were talking earlier, but the quote comes from the TV show Elementary, which is based on Sherlock Holmes, and it is, every moment and every opportunity, no matter how seemingly banal, has the potential to contain multitudes.
Let's take every opportunity that comes along.
Absolutely.
Let's be an open book. Let's be approachable. You know what I mean? Let's see life in an approachable way. I think it makes a difference for sure. Make us happy.
Yeah, let's be little sponges.
Absolutely. Kofi, it was a pleasure. Really enjoyed. Thanks so much for sharing your experience in life. Thanks so much for being part of the show as well.
If you don't mind, quick shameless self-promotion. It would be really cool if people wanted to check out some of my work. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Queen Dynamite, or search Queen Dynamite on YouTube and you'll find some of my videos.
Amazing. Look it up. For sure. Have a great day and you keep in touch, okay? Thanks for the interview.
Awesome. Thank you very much. You have a great day.
And you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.